Everything begins in the mind. The world you see, the circumstances you experience, the way people treat you, it is nothing more than the echo of your inner assumptions. Most people walk through life shackled by the illusion that reality dictates their worth. They look outward for permission to feel powerful, to feel worthy, to feel like they belong at the top. But the secret they miss is profoundly simple. Reality bends to belief. You do not become the best by waiting for recognition, applause, or external validation. You become the best by assuming you already are, and the world obediently follows suit. Consider this truth. Every time you doubt yourself, hesitate, or belittle your worth, you are casting a vote for mediocrity. But the moment you choose to act as if you are the best, without question, without hesitation, you trigger an unseen force that rearranges your circumstances to match that inner claim. You're not pretending. You are commanding the universe through your unwavering assumption to mirror back the reflection of greatness. But here's the secret most overlooked. It is not about arrogance or comparison. You are not acting as if you are better than others. You are acting as if you are the best version of yourself, the highest expression of your potential. You are stepping into alignment with the version of you that already exists in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it. The outer world is slow, it responds, but always with a delay. The inner world is instantaneous. Right now you can close your eyes and feel the certainty of being the best speaker, the best creator, the best lover, the best thinker, the best leader, the best in whatever arena your heart longs to conquer. In that invisible state, you are untouchable. You are limitless. And when you hold that state, not once, not twice, but as a persistent dwelling place, the slow, stubborn reality outside has no choice but to reflect your assumption. You have seen this principle play out, though most dismiss it as coincidence. The person who walks into the room with quiet confidence, unshaken by opinions, they magnetize attention. The athlete who competes not with desperation but with the calm knowing they are already victorious, they dominate. The artist who creates from the belief that their work is already worthy, they inspire. It is not talent alone. It is not circumstance. It is the assumption of superiority, not over others, but over doubt, over fear, over limitation, that bends reality. The key is not to look for evidence first. If you wait for signs, for applause, for outcomes, you will forever be a slave to the outside world. You must act as if long before the results catch up. You must walk, speak, create, and breathe as if your greatness is an unquestioned fact. And slowly but surely, life reshapes itself to fit that image. You already possess everything needed to embody this state. The only barrier is your own refusal to assume it. The mind rebels, whispering doubts, recalling failures, pointing to so-called reality. But understand this, your current circumstances are nothing but the afterglow of old assumptions. They have no power except the meaning you assign them. The meaning is your uncertainty of aim. Your current circumstances are nothing but the afterglow of old assumptions. The only meaning that you assign them, when you act as if you are the best, you ignite the unseen mechanisms that govern life. People respond to your energy before they respond to your words. Opportunities align with your certainty. Challenges dissolve before your unwavering belief. You stop waiting to be chosen, state where you no longer question your worth. You choose yourself. Let the world catch up in its own time. You need not explain, justify, or seek approval. The assumption alone, the inner declaration that you are the best, sets the wheels in motion. And soon life becomes the reflection of what you dared to believe long before anyone else did. Everything you experience right now, every relationship, every opportunity, every obstacle, even the reflection staring back at you in the mirror, is nothing more than the outer projection of your inner world. People live under the illusion that life happens to them, that circumstances arrive randomly, that fate tosses them about like leaves in the wind. But the truth, the eternal, unchanging truth, is far more empowering. You are not the victim of life's conditions. You are the creator of them, whether you realize it or not. Your world is nothing but a mirror, faithfully reflecting the dominant assumptions you carry within you. Look closely at your life, the patterns, the repeated struggles, the moments where things seem stuck, and you will trace them back to one thing: the assumptions held quietly, often unconsciously, in your own mind. If you assume lack, you encounter it everywhere. If you assume rejection, you meet closed doors and cold faces. If you assume you are not worthy of love, respect, or success, the world conspires to confirm that story. Not because the world is cruel, but because the world is obedient. It can only reflect back what you dare to believe. The greatest mistake people make is waiting for evidence before they allow themselves to believe. They think, when I become successful, I'll feel confident. When I receive love, I'll feel worthy. When life improves, I'll think better of myself. But the sequence is reversed. It's your inner state that writes the script for your outer world. You must assume the feeling first, regardless of appearances, and then life molds itself to fit that assumption. This is not wishful thinking, it is law. Your inner assumption is not some fragile, fleeting thought. It is a deep, persistent belief you hold beneath the surface. And whether you cultivate it consciously or allow it to form by default, it governs your reality with absolute precision. The world cannot help but reflect your dominant inner claim. If you believe you are overlooked, opportunities will bypass you like clockwork. If you believe you're not good enough, life will echo that belief in every interaction. But when you shift that assumption, when you plant the unshakable idea that you are the best, the mirror of life must comply. People often ask, how can I act as if I'm the best when I don't see the results yet? And that question reveals the misunderstanding. You don't wait for the outer to validate the inner. You act, speak, carry yourself as the best, because you've chosen that assumption and you persist in it no matter what the senses report. The world is slow, but your assumption is immediate. The moment you assume you are the best, reality begins its quiet rearrangement to reflect that truth. It may take hours, days, weeks, but the outcome is inevitable, provided you do not waver. Your assumption is the unseen cause of every visible effect. You cannot escape this law, nor can you bypass it. You have already been using it, knowingly or unknowingly. If your current life falls short of your desires, it is not because the law failed, but because your assumptions naturally embody your potential. They assume they are capable, worthy of attention, deserving of happiness without hesitation. And so they approach life with boldness, curiosity, expectation. Somewhere along the way, that innocence is replaced with doubt, insecurity, hesitation, all learnt assumptions absorbed from the world. But those assumptions can be rewritten. You are not bound by the beliefs you inherited, the fears others placed upon you, or the limitations your past imposed. You are bound only by the assumptions you continue to entertain. When you walk into a room and assume you are the best prepared, best equipped, best suited, the energy you radiate alters the environment. People respond not merely to your words, but to your unseen conviction. Doors open, opportunities reveal themselves, resistance fades, because your inner state commands the outer to align. It is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are not claiming superiority over others, but superiority over fear. over self-doubt, over the false stories that once kept you small. The world is not separate from you, it is your reflection. And just as a mirror cannot change the image until you adjust your expression, life cannot reflect greatness until you assume it within. You might argue, but my circumstances say otherwise. Yet the law does not concern itself with circumstances, it concerns itself with causes. Your assumption is the first cause. What you believe with conviction hardens into fact. If you assume defeat, defeat finds you. This is why you must be vigilant with your inner conversations. Every silent dialogue where you belittle yourself, question your worth, diminish your abilities, those conversations shape the blueprint of your reality. But when you discipline the mind to dwell in the state of being the best, to act, speak, and carry yourself as if you are already standing at the summit of your potential, the outer world must bow to that vision. There is no room for doubt when you grasp this truth. You do not need evidence to believe. You need belief to create evidence. You do not wait for permission to feel worthy. You assume your worth and reality confirms it. You do not ask life to show you you're the best. You declare it inwardly, embody it outwardly, and life follows your lead. All creation begins within. The throne you seek to sit upon, the success you yearn for, the recognition, the love, the fulfillment, all of it already exists in the unseen, waiting for the authority of your assumption to summon it forth. You hold that authority now, and when you act as if you are the best, when you dwell persistently in that inner conviction, life cannot help but organize itself around your chosen belief. You are not here to beg reality to favor you. You are here to command it through the invisible force of assumption, the quiet, unwavering claim that you are the best, long before the world agrees. There is a profound difference between pretending and assuming. Pretending is fragile, a surface-level game that crumbles under pressure. It is rooted in insecurity, fueled by a fear of being exposed, always dependent on external approval to hold itself together. But assuming is creation. Assuming is an inner command that rewrites the unseen fabric of reality itself. When you act as if you are the best, you are not faking it. You are stepping into alignment with a version of yourself that already exists in the unseen realm. Fully formed, fully capable, fully victorious. You are not inventing a fantasy. You are claiming your rightful place within the endless possibilities available to you. The mistake most people make is confusing assumption with make-believe. They believe they are lying to themselves when they act as if they are already successful, already confident, already powerful. But this misunderstanding keeps them trapped, circling the same limitations, waiting for some external circumstance to grant them permission to rise. They do not realize that the act of assuming is the birthplace of transformation. It is not the outer world that dictates who you are. It is your unwavering assumption that shapes the outer world to match your inner vision. When you walk through life with the quiet, unshakable energy that you are the best, not in arrogance, not in comparison, but in alignment with your highest potential, the universe takes notice. Invisible forces move, conversations shift, opportunities emerge where they were once hidden. It is not because you trick the world into seeing you differently. It is because you declared to yourself who you truly are, and the world, like clay, reshaped itself to fit your assumption. You must understand that every version of you already exists in potential. There is a version of you who doubts, who hesitates, who feels unworthy, and there is a version of you who stands at the peak of confidence, radiating excellence, commanding respect, achieving greatness with ease. These versions are not fantasies. They are realities within the infinite field of possibility. But they remain dormant, unseen, until you choose to occupy them through assumption. This is why acting as if is not a performance, it is a gateway. You step into that version not by force, but by belief. You begin to carry yourself differently, not to deceive, but because you have chosen to dwell in the state of being the best. Your words align with that state, your actions follow, your energy shifts. And though the world may lag behind, though results may not appear overnight, reality has already begun its quiet rearrangement to reflect your new dwelling place. Those who wait for confirmation before they assume will always be waiting. They will walk through life in hesitation, shrinking from challenges, tiptoeing around opportunities, forever waiting for someone else to validate them. But those who understand the creative power of assumption walk with a different rhythm. They act as if they are the best, even when no one sees it yet. They hold that state not as a fragile mask, but as an unshakable truth. And soon, the world cannot help but catch up. When you act as if you are the best, you speak differently. You enter rooms with quiet certainty. You engage with life not from desperation, but from authority. People feel it. They may not understand it, but they respond to it. Doors open, resistance fades. You are not imposing your will on others, you are commanding reality to reflect your chosen identity. The power of assumption is the foundation of every meaningful transformation. History is filled with those who were dismissed, underestimated, doubted by the world, but they assumed their greatness before anyone else did. And that assumption shaped the course of their destiny. They acted as if success was inevitable, as if their voice mattered, as if they belonged at the summit, and the universe obeyed. You do not need evidence to act as if you are the best. The evidence comes after. The world is merely the echo of your persistent belief. If you demand proof before you believe, you will never act, never risk, never rise beyond your current limitations. But when you bypass the senses, when you reject the false reports of fear and hesitation and boldly act as if you already stand in your greatness, reality has no choice but to shift. It is important to recognize that this process does not unfold instantly. There is a delay, a gestation period between the assumption and the manifestation. The untrained mind grows impatient. Doubts creep in. The old self fights for survival. But the one who understands the nature of creation holds the state. They persist in the assumption. They act as if they are the best even when the world resists, even when results lag, even when fear whispers otherwise. And in time, the outer world bends to the inner vision. There is nothing more powerful than aligning with the version of yourself that already embodies excellence. You do not create this version, you awaken to it. It was always there, hidden behind doubt, buried beneath the noise of limitation. Acting as if you are the best is not an act of arrogance, it is an act of remembrance. You remember the power that has always been available to you, and you walk in that remembrance unwavering until the world reflects it back. The difference between pretending and assuming is subtle but profound. Pretending is fragile, desperate for external validation. Assuming is unshakable, rooted in the inner knowing that you are already aligned with your highest self. You do not need applause to feel worthy. You do not need evidence to feel capable. You act as if you are the best because you understand that your assumption is the seed and life's outcomes are the inevitable harvest. The world cannot resist the energy of certainty. When you act as if you are the best, people sense it before they can name it. They respond to your presence, your conviction, your quiet authority. Opportunities once locked behind doubt reveal themselves. Challenges shrink in the face of your assumption. Life bends, rearranges, transforms, not because you forced it, but because you aligned with the truth of your potential. You do not wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. You step into the unseen version of you, who already holds the keys to success, fulfillment, recognition, and impact. And as you persist in that state, As you act as if you are the best with unwavering faith, the unseen becomes seen, and the world becomes the reflection of your belief. Confidence is not born from outcomes, it is the seed that produces them. Yet so many live trapped in the illusion that they must wait for proof, results, or applause before they allow themselves to feel confident, worthy, or powerful. But the deeper truth hidden in plain sight is that confidence must come first. You do not receive external evidence and then feel certain. You feel certain first, and the world rearranges itself to mirror that inner state. You must understand this principle if you desire to rise beyond limitation. The world outside you is obedient, but it is slow. It responds, but it lags behind the invisible shifts you create within. Confidence is the invisible magnet that draws to you the recognition, opportunities, and victories that others spend lifetimes chasing in vain. People who wait for evidence never escape the loop of uncertainty. They walk into a room unsure, and so the room reflects their hesitation. They approach relationships with self-doubt, and so they encounter rejection. They attempt their dreams timidly, and life offers them timid results. It is not because they are destined to fail, it is because they misunderstand the order of creation. The sequence is always the same. Inner belief first, outer evidence second. To act as if you are the best is to bypass the need for temporary signs and to plant your confidence deeply, knowing that the outer world will catch up. Confidence is the quiet knowing, not the loud declaration. It is the energy you carry, the way you enter spaces, the calm assurance in your actions and words. And it does not come from achievements stacked like trophies on a shelf. It comes from the decision to assume your place long before the world offers you a seat. You do not wait for others to see your value. You see it within, and your unwavering confidence invites the world to agree. There are countless examples of this truth hidden all around you. The leader whose words carry weight not because of their volume, but because of their unshakable certainty. The artist whose work captivates, not merely from technique, but from the boldness of believing their vision matters. The entrepreneur who builds, risks, and innovates, not after success arrives, but as a result of acting with confidence when no evidence exists. They all understand what many miss. Confidence precedes evidence. It is the unseen energy that opens locked doors, that makes people listen, that magnetizes opportunities, that creates the illusion of effortlessness in those who walk with certainty. And the most extraordinary part? You do not have to wait for some magical transformation to access it. Confidence is not earned through struggle. It is assumed through belief. You act as if you are the best, and confidence follows. You speak with authority, not because the world crowns you, but because you crown yourself. And life, obedient as always, reshapes to match your inner conviction. Imagine the version of you who already embodies this truth. The version who walks into every room as if they belong there, who approaches challenges with unwavering faith, who radiates quiet authority, who no longer waits for permission to believe. That version of you exists, not as fantasy, but as a dormant potential waiting to be claimed through assumption. And the moment you decide to act as if you are the best, you awaken that version into being. Confidence is not arrogance. It is not loud, aggressive, or inflated. True confidence is calm, magnetic, unshakable. It does not need to announce itself because it is felt long before it is seen. When you carry the belief that you are the best, even if the world has not yet agreed, your presence shifts. People notice, not because you demanded attention, but because your energy declared your worth silently. You become a living invitation for success to find you, for opportunities to unfold, for others to recognize what you have already chosen to believe. You will encounter resistance. This is inevitable. The world is slow to respond, and your old assumptions may attempt to claw their way back into your mind. Doubt will whisper, fear will tempt you to shrink, The evidence may delay its arrival, but you must persist in the state of confidence, regardless of temporary appearances. You do not need the world's validation to sustain your belief. You need only the unwavering decision to act as if you are the best, to carry yourself with the authority that your inner vision has already become your outer reality. It is through this persistence that the world transforms, slowly at first, subtly. Conversations shift. People treat you differently. New paths reveal themselves. Results begin to appear, and with each confirmation, your confidence deepens. But not because of the evidence. The evidence was merely the echo of what you believed long before the world agreed. You are not reacting to life. You are creating it. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the author of them. Those who achieve the impossible, those who rise beyond limitations, those who seem untouchable in their excellence, they all operate from this truth. They do not wait to feel confident after success arrives. They arrive at success because they carried the energy of confidence long before others could see their greatness. They acted as if they were the best when the world ignored them. They spoke with authority when no one listened. They built with belief when others doubted. And the universe, unwavering in its obedience, mirrored their confidence back to them. This is the path available to you now. You can continue waiting for proof, for applause, for someone to tell you that you are worthy, or you can step into the state where you already know it. You can act as if you are the best, hold that confidence as your dwelling place, and allow the world to reflect it in its own time. You have that power now. The only question is whether you will claim it. Confidence is not a reward, it is the foundation. It is the unseen cause that brings visible results. Assume it, live it, and let the world follow your lead. The greatest trap that keeps people bound to their current limitations is their addiction to immediate results. They believe if they don't see change right away, their inner work is meaningless. But what they fail to understand is that the outer world always lags behind the inner world. The physical reality you experience today is nothing more than a delayed reflection of the assumptions and beliefs you held yesterday, last week, last month, perhaps even years ago. The world you see outside of you is not instant feedback. It is a slow, obedient mirror, reflecting the state you have persisted in over time. People misunderstand this delay and allow it to sabotage their progress. They try to act as if they are the best for a few hours, maybe a day, maybe even a week. But when life doesn't immediately shift to confirm their new assumption, they fall back into old habits of doubt, frustration, and small thinking. They look around at their circumstances, at their bank account, their relationships, their health, and they say, nothing's changed, so this doesn't work. But that's like planting a seed and walking away, because the flower didn't bloom the same day. You wouldn't expect nature to violate its process, yet people demand the universe to bypass the natural unfolding of creation. You must recognize the delay for what it is, a grace period, a window of time where the universe is quietly rearranging, aligning the people, opportunities, and conditions necessary to reflect your inner assumption. It is during this period that your faith is tested. Your commitment to the state of being the best is measured. The delay is not rejection. It is confirmation that the unseen is working in your favor, building the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be. When you assume you are the best, you step into an invisible state of being. The outer world has not caught up yet, but the seed is planted. Your job is to nurture that seed, not dig it up every few days to see if it's growing. You must persist in the assumption, hold the feeling of being the best, carry yourself with quiet authority, even when circumstances appear unchanged. The delay is part of the law. The physical world is dense, slow to move, but move it will, if you remain unwavering in your assumption. Ah, Rakyadzi. Think of the person building their confidence, acting as if they are the best speaker, leader, artist, athlete, entrepreneur. For weeks, perhaps months, nothing seems to shift. They enter rooms, they speak, they create, they show up, and yet the applause is faint, the recognition absent, the results minimal. But beneath the surface, momentum builds. Unseen forces align. The world resists at first, because it is still reflecting the echoes of their old state, the doubts, the insecurities, the limitations they carried for so long. But if they persist, if they remain in the state of being the best, despite appearances, the outer world eventually surrenders. It cannot resist forever. Reality is a mirror. It does not create, it reflects. But mirrors are slow, delayed by design. What you see today is not a judgment on your worth or potential. It is a reflection of past assumptions. And the assumptions you carry now will birth the reality of tomorrow. If you understand this, you no longer panic at the delay. You no longer waver when results seem absent. You walk with calm confidence, knowing that your persistence is writing the script of your future. The delay also protects you. Imagine if every fleeting thought or passing doubt instantly reshaped your reality, the chaos that would ensue. The delay ensures stability, giving you space to solidify your new assumption, to test your conviction, to dwell consistently in the state of being the best before the world reflects it. It filters out inconsistency, responding only to what you persist in over time. This is why short bursts of confidence followed by days of doubt yield minimal change. But unwavering persistence, holding the assumption day after day, regardless of appearances, rewrites your reality in ways that seem miraculous to those who do not understand the law. The outer world's delay is also your teacher. It exposes your level of belief, revealing where doubt still lingers, where old stories still influence your state of being. The moments when nothing seems to change are not punishments. They are invitations to deepen your assumption, to fortify your inner world, to act as if you are the best, not just when it's easy, but especially when the world has yet to comply. This is how mastery is built, not in instant gratification, but in persistent, disciplined alignment with your chosen state. You must resist the temptation to measure progress solely by what your senses report. The senses are slow to catch up. They deal in past echoes, not present truth. Your current circumstances are not proof of failure. They are the fading remnants of your previous beliefs. And if you hold firm to your new assumption, if you act as if you are the best, consistently, relentlessly, the old reality dissolves, making way for the new. There is power in understanding the delay. It liberates you from frustration, anchors you in patience, and allows you to walk through life with unshakable certainty. You no longer seek constant reassurance from the outer world. You know the process is in motion, invisible, yet inevitable. You act as if you are the best, not for show, not for validation, but because you understand that the inner state creates and the outer world follows. Consider how the most successful magnetic individuals carry themselves. They are not reacting to applause. They walk in their assumption long before the world agrees. Their confidence is not the result of success, it is the cause of it. They understood the delay, persisted through it, and allowed their reality to evolve at its own pace. You have that same power now. The only question is whether you will hold the state long enough for the mirror of life to reflect your chosen greatness. Patience is not passive, it is active, disciplined, unwavering belief in the unseen process. You persist in the assumption, you act as if you are the best, you embody the energy of success, and you let the world take the time it needs to comply. You do not rush the flower to bloom. You water the seed knowing the bloom is certain. You do not demand instant transformation. You trust the unfolding, confident that the universe cannot resist the command of your persistent assumption. The delay is not your enemy. It is your ally, your silent confirmation that the unseen is working, that your reality is catching up, that the state of being the best is hardening into fact. Every moment you persist without evidence, every day you carry yourself as the best despite appearances, every thought aligned with your chosen greatness accelerates the arrival of your new reality. It is inevitable, provided you do not waver. The world outside you is slow, but obedient. Hold the state. Walk in the energy of the best version of yourself. Let patience anchor you, let the delay refine you, and know beyond doubt, the outer world always surrenders to the inner world when you persist long enough for it to catch up. You were never meant to compete with the world, you were meant to align with the highest version of yourself. The idea that you must constantly compare, prove, outperform, or dominate others is rooted in scarcity. It comes from the illusion that greatness is limited, that there isn't enough success, recognition, or fulfillment to go around. But the truth is far more empowering. There is no shortage of greatness, there is only a shortage of people who dare to claim it. Acting as if you are the best isn't about stepping on others. It's about stepping into the state where your full potential is no longer hidden, where you finally align with the version of you that has always been waiting to be revealed. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. You do not need to look around and measure your worth against anyone else. Their success, their path, their timing, it has nothing to do with yours. The only thing that determines your reality is the version of yourself you choose to embody. If you constantly measure, compare, and compete, you are already declaring that you believe you are behind. You are operating from lack. But when you align with your higher self, the version of you that is bold, certain, worthy, powerful, you rise above the noise of comparison. You no longer seek validation from the outside. You become the standard for yourself. There is a profound shift that happens when you stop chasing superiority over others and start chasing alignment with your own greatness. The world senses it. Your energy changes. People respond, not because you prove yourself in a competition, but because your presence speaks for itself. You radiate a quiet, magnetic authority that comes from knowing who you are, not from scrambling to be seen as better than someone else. You no longer need to shout, to hustle for worth, to manipulate circumstances. You simply align with the best version of you, and life, by its very design, conforms. This alignment removes pressure. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of external competition. You are not racing anyone. You are not here to outperform the world. You are here to remember your true nature, to awaken the version of you that walks in excellence, speaks with clarity, leads with confidence, creates with vision, and loves with depth. That version of you exists now, not in the distant future, but here in this moment, waiting for your permission to take center stage. Acting as if you are the best is not about appearances, it's about state. The state you dwell in determines the world you experience. If you dwell in lack, the world reflects scarcity. If you dwell in hesitation, the world responds with obstacles. But when you dwell in the state of being your highest self, you bypass the competition entirely. You operate from a realm where success is natural, where worth is unquestioned, where your contribution flows effortlessly. There is no need to convince others of your greatness when you carry yourself from that state. The outer world is slow to respond, but respond it will. Opportunities arrive, not because you begged for them, but because they were always aligned with the version of you that walks as the best. People notice, not because you forced them to, but because your quiet certainty leaves an imprint. Circumstances shift, not through force, but through the natural unfolding of your assumption. This alignment also brings peace. The endless comparisons dissolve. You stop asking, "Am I better than them?" and start asking, "Am I aligned with the best version of me?" That question simplifies everything. It brings your focus inward where the true transformation begins. You no longer waste energy observing others, tracking their progress, analyzing their worth. Your energy returns home, to your own mind, your own vision, your own state of being. And from that inner alignment, the outer world obeys. It may take time. The mirror of life has a delay. But when you hold the state, when you consistently act as if you are already your highest, most capable self, life cannot help but bend to reflect that. The applause, the recognition, the success, they are echoes, inevitable outcomes of the state you persist in. You are not here to compete with others. You are here to reveal the masterpiece within you that comparison has hidden for too long. Acting as if you are the best liberates you from the false belief that you must fight for scraps of recognition. There is no scarcity in your potential. There is only alignment or misalignment with the version of you that commands respect, success, fulfillment, and peace. Imagine walking through life without the weight of competition. Entering rooms, pursuing dreams, building relationships, not from a place of desperation to be seen as better, but from the quiet authority of knowing you are aligned with the best within you. That version carries itself differently. It does not shrink, but neither does it shout. It does not hustle to impress, but its presence leaves an undeniable impact. You no longer depend on the world to crown you. You crown yourself internally through assumption, and life simply reflects that decision. This is the power available to you now. It does not require proof. It does not require circumstances to change first. It requires one decision: to act as if you are the best, not in comparison to others, but in full alignment with the limitless potential already inside you. When you embody that state consistently, patiently, relentlessly, the world adjusts. The people, the opportunities, the resources, all of it gravitates toward the energy you emit when you walk in alignment. Others will compete. Others will scramble for attention, validation, recognition. Let them. You are not in that race. You are in alignment with your higher self, with the unseen version of you that already stands victorious, already lives in excellence, already commands the life you desire. Acting as if you are the best is not performance, it is permission. Permission to be, to express, to create, to lead, to thrive. To embody the version of you that no longer needs comparison to feel complete. When you live from that state, life cannot resist your energy. It mirrors your alignment with precision, reflecting back the reality you dared to believe in before the world could see it. You bypass competition entirely. You rise, not by defeating others, but by stepping fully into the version of you that was always meant to lead. The power that shapes our reality flows not from the visible, but from the unseen. Every event, every circumstance, every moment of your life is born first in the realm of thought and imagination. The universe is not something outside of you, it is within you, responding to the vibrations of your belief, your faith, and your inner conviction. When the universe wills something, it moves with a force that cannot be hindered, a power so vast that no obstacle can stand in its way. You must understand that you are not separate from this universal force. You are the vessel through which it expresses its infinite potential. When a desire arises within you, it is not random or accidental. That desire is a seed planted by the universe itself, a whisper of what is meant to unfold. Your role is not to struggle or strive, but to align your inner world with the truth of what you seek. To believe in it so completely that the universe has no choice but to make it so. Doubt and fear are the only barriers to this power. They are illusions, fragments of the mind that try to convince you that you are limited, that what you want is too far away, too impossible. But the universe knows no limits. It knows only the certainty of its will, and when you surrender to that certainty, you become unstoppable. The outer world must conform to the inner conviction. It has no choice. The law is simple as within, so without. Do not concern yourself with how it will happen or when. That is not your work. Your work is to rest in the knowing that it will happen, because the universe has already set it in motion. Every seeming delay, every apparent setback is not a denial but a preparation. It is aligning the pieces, moving the unseen forces to bring about the perfect fulfillment of what is already yours. Trust in this process. Feel the reality of your desire as though it has already come to pass. Live in that feeling and let it saturate your being. The universe does not operate on chance, it operates on intention and belief. When your heart and mind are unified in the certainty of what you desire, the universe moves mountains to make it so. No force can stop what the universe has ordained. No person, no circumstance, no external condition has the power to resist it. The moment you align yourself with the will of the universe, you become an unstoppable creator. The world around you will bend and shift to reflect the truth of your inner world. What seems impossible to others becomes inevitable to you. So trust. Trust in the unseen power that moves through you and for you. Trust that what you seek is already seeking you. And know this: when the universe wants something to happen, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in its way. It is done. The unseen reality that governs all creation works in ways that the rational mind often fails to comprehend. It is not bound by logic or the limitations of physical senses. The universe operates on laws that are eternal and unchanging, laws that respond to your deepest convictions, your inner assumptions, and the way you imagine your life to be. It cares not for the opinions of others or the circumstances you perceive. It moves with precision, guided by the energy of belief that flows through you. When you think of a desire, it is not a mere wish or fleeting thought, it is the evidence of what is already possible. The universe has no concept of lack or impossibility. To it, every desire is already fulfilled in the infinite realm of creation. The only task left is for you to align yourself with the reality where it exists. That alignment happens not through effort but through belief, through unwavering faith that what you imagine is real. Most people live under the illusion that they must struggle, that they must fight against the world to achieve their dreams. But the truth is, no external force can truly oppose you when you operate in harmony with the universe's will. You are not here to force things to happen, you are here to receive what has already been promised to you. The universe's purpose is always fulfillment, always abundance, always the manifestation of what is conceived in the mind of the believer. Every condition of your life begins in the mind. If you allow doubt to creep in, if you allow fear to dominate your thoughts, you are creating resistance. The universe does not delay, it responds instantaneously to the energy you project. And so you must remain steadfast in your belief, no matter what the outer world may suggest. Appearances are but reflections of past beliefs, and they hold no power unless you give it to them. To persist in faith is to align with the force that can never be defeated. Feel the reality of your desire as though it is already here. Live from that state of fulfillment. Speak, act, and think as though your wish is accomplished, for in truth it already is. The universe does not work on the timeline of the physical world, it operates outside time and space. What you imagine as real becomes real. It is not a question of if, it is only a matter of when, and even the when is governed by your ability to hold fast to your vision without wavering. When the universe moves, it uses everything in creation to bring about its purpose. People, events, and circumstances align in ways that seem miraculous. But they are not miracles, they are the natural unfolding of divine law. The phone call you didn't expect, the opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere, the sudden shift in someone's behavior, these are all part of the universe's perfect orchestration. The forces at play are beyond comprehension, but they are always working in your favor when you remain true to your vision. Resistance comes only when you begin to doubt. Doubt disrupts the flow. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it is growing. The seed knows what to do, the soil knows how to nurture it. Your role is to trust that the process is unfolding, even if you cannot see the results yet. The invisible forces are always at work, and they work best when you surrender your need to control or question the outcome. The universe is not limited by what you see before you. It is not limited by your current resources, your circumstances, or the opinions of those around you. It is infinite in its potential and limitless in its capacity to create. What may seem like a closed door is only a detour to something greater. What feels like rejection is often redirection to something more aligned with the perfection of your desire. Trust that every delay is purposeful, every obstacle is a stepping stone, and every challenge is shaping you to receive what is already yours. You are the vessel through which the universe expresses itself, the power that creates worlds lives within you, and it operates through your imagination. When you dwell in the feeling of what you desire, you are activating that power. You are setting in motion forces that cannot be stopped, regardless of what the outer world may present. The external world is merely a shadow, a reflection of the inner state. To change the shadow, you must first change the source, the inner light of your belief. Do not concern yourself with how the manifestation will occur. The how is never your responsibility. The universe knows infinite ways to bring about your desire, ways that the human mind cannot even begin to comprehend. Your role is to trust, to remain faithful to the vision, and to let the universe take care of the details. It is not your effort that brings things to pass, but your faith, your ability to rest in the knowing that it is already done. When you live in the state of it is done, you are no longer waiting or hoping. You are living as though the promise has already been fulfilled. This state of mind is magnetic. It draws to you everything required for the manifestation of your desire. People are drawn to you, opportunities appear, and circumstances shift, all because you have aligned yourself with the frequency of your fulfilled desire. The universe is always working to match the vibration you emit. You may not see the full picture, but you must trust that the universe sees it. It is always working for your highest good, even when it appears otherwise. What you perceive as loss or failure is often the clearing away of what no longer serves you, making room for something far greater. Do not cling to the past or resist the flow of change. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when the path seems uncertain. Feelings are the key to unlocking the universe's power. It is not enough to think about your desire, you must feel it. You must embody the state of fulfillment so completely that it becomes your reality. Your emotions are the language through which the universe communicates. When you feel joy, gratitude, and certainty, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive. And the universe always responds in kind. The force that moves through you is unstoppable. It is the same force that guides the stars, grows the trees, and moves the tides. It is always in motion, always creating, always aligning with the energy of belief. When you align yourself with this force, nothing can stand in your way. The outer world must bend to the will of the inner world. The universe will move mountains, rearrange circumstances, and bring people into your life to fulfill its purpose through you. This power is not something you need to attain, it is something you already possess. You are one with the universe, and its will is your will when you align with it. You are not separate from the source of all creation. You are a co-creator, a participant in the unfolding of infinite possibilities. What you desire is not outside of you, it is within you, waiting to be claimed. Live in the state of absolute certainty. Let go of the need to question, to doubt, or to seek validation from the world around you. The universe does not require proof, it requires belief. It requires you to stand firm in the knowing that what is meant for you cannot be taken away. It requires you to trust that the unseen is more real than the seen. Every step you take in faith is a step closer to the manifestation of your desire. Every time you choose belief over doubt, you are aligning with the unstoppable power of the universe. Every moment you spend imagining the fulfillment of your desire, you are creating it. The universe is always listening, always responding, always bringing into being what you hold as true. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stand in its way. It is done. When you recognize the power of your inner world, you will begin to understand that nothing is accidental. Every event in your life, every encounter, every experience is shaped by the state of consciousness you consistently dwell in. Consciousness is the only reality, and your life is the outpicturing of your inner beliefs and assumptions. The universe, vast and limitless, does not operate independently of you, it reflects you. It mirrors back the ideas you hold as true, and it is always moving in perfect harmony with the state you embody. If you want something to change, you must first change the assumptions that govern your life. Many people believe they are victims of circumstance, but nothing could be further from the truth. The external world is not fixed, it is fluid, and it bends to the will of the one who knows their creative power. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you truly believe. It knows no contradiction, no hesitation. It is absolute in its fidelity to the state of mind you inhabit. Your imagination is the gateway to this creative power. What you imagine with conviction becomes reality. Not because you are forcing it into existence, but because imagination is the force that sets all things in motion. The world you see with your physical eyes is simply the shadow of the world you first see within. To imagine a thing is to create it. To persist in that imagination is to ensure its manifestation. Nothing can prevent it, for the universe knows no opposition to its laws. Dwell not on the appearances of lack or limitation. These are only reflections of past states of consciousness, remnants of old beliefs that no longer serve you. The moment you turn your attention inward and begin to imagine a new reality, you are planting the seeds of change. And just as a seed grows unseen beneath the soil, so too does your new reality take form in the unseen before it becomes visible. Have faith in this process, for it is as certain as the rising of the sun. The timing of the universe is perfect. It does not hurry, nor does it delay. It moves in alignment with the vibration you hold. Many grow impatient, wondering why their desires have not yet come to fruition, but impatience is a sign of doubt. And doubt is the only thing that can delay the manifestation of your desires. Rest in the knowing that what you have imagined is already yours. Let go of the need to see immediate evidence, for evidence will come when it is ready. Trust in the unseen, for it is far more powerful than anything you can observe with your senses. This is not a passive process, for faith is not passive. Faith is an active state of being, a complete surrender to the reality of your desire. To live in faith is to walk as though the promise is fulfilled, to speak as though it is already done, and to think from the end rather than of the end. When you live this way, the universe has no choice but to align itself with your conviction. It must bring forth the reality you have claimed within yourself. Even when the outer world seems to contradict your inner vision, do not waver. The outer world is slow to catch up because it is bound by time, but the inner world operates beyond time. It knows only immediacy. The moment you accept a thing as true in your imagination, it is done. The outer world is simply playing catch-up. Do not be disheartened by delays, for they are merely illusions. Stay anchored in the feeling of fulfillment, and let the universe do its work. Circumstances are never permanent. They are as fleeting as the clouds in the sky, constantly shifting and changing in response to the energy you emit. What appears to be a problem today can dissolve overnight when you change your perspective. The universe does not hold on to the past, it is always creating anew, always responding to the present moment. And the present moment is the only moment that matters. What you feel and believe now is shaping what you will experience next. When you begin to live from this understanding, life becomes effortless. You no longer feel the need to struggle or fight against the world. You realize that everything is working in your favor, even the challenges and setbacks. The universe uses every experience to guide you toward the fulfillment of your desire. What may seem like a detour is often the shortest path to your destination. Trust in this process, for it is orchestrated with a wisdom far greater than your conscious mind can comprehend. There are no limits to what the universe can accomplish through you. The only limits are the ones you impose on yourself through doubt, fear, and disbelief. Let go of these limitations and you will discover that the world is far more abundant than you ever imagined. The universe is infinite, and its resources are boundless. What you desire already exists in the infinite potential of creation. Your job is simply to claim it, to accept it as true, and to live in the joy of its fulfillment. The power that moves the universe is the same power that moves through you. It is the same power that created the stars, the oceans, and the mountains. And it is the same power that brings your desires into being. This power is not separate from you, it is you. When you align yourself with it, you become unstoppable. You become a creator, a master of your reality, and nothing in the external world can oppose you. Do not be swayed by the opinions of others. The world is full of voices that will try to tell you what is possible and what is not. But these voices are speaking from their own limitations, not yours. Do not let their doubts infect your mind. Hold fast to your vision, no matter what anyone else may say. The universe is not concerned with their opinions, it is concerned only with your belief. If you believe, it will be done. You must act as though you already are the person you wish to be. Speak as though your desires are already fulfilled. Think from the state of your wish fulfilled, not about it. When you do this, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of your desire, and the universe responds to frequencies. It does not hear your words, it feels your vibration. And when your vibration matches the reality you desire, that reality must come into being. The process is simple, but it requires discipline. It requires you to guard your thoughts, to choose your beliefs carefully, and to focus your imagination on what you want rather than what you fear. The mind is like a garden, and it will grow whatever seeds you plant in it. If you plant seeds of doubt, you will harvest doubt. But if you plant seeds of faith, you will harvest miracles. The choice is always yours. The universe never fails. It never falters. It is always moving, always creating, always aligning with the energy you project. There is no force in existence that can stop it, for it is the very essence of existence itself. When you align yourself with this force, you are aligning with the greatest power in the universe. And when that power is on your side, nothing can stand in your way. What you seek is already seeking you. What you desire is already yours. The only thing left is for you to claim it. Let go of the need to know how or when it will happen. Trust that it will happen because it must. The universe cannot fail. It is always working in your favor, always bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. Believe in this truth and it will set you free. The infinite power that governs all things is not separate from you, it flows through you. It is you. To recognize this is to recognize that all boundaries between the individual and the universe are illusions. When you feel as though the forces outside of you are determining your fate, it is because you are forgetting the creative authority that resides within. You are the operant power. The universe, in all its vastness, is a servant to your assumptions, a mirror that reflects the truth you hold within yourself. It is incapable of saying no to you, for it operates through your own consciousness. Nothing external holds the power to determine your life unless you grant it that power. If you believe circumstances are fixed, they will appear fixed. If you believe obstacles are immovable, they will not budge. But if you shift the foundation of your belief, the entire structure of your reality must change. It is not through force, not through struggle, that the universe responds, it is through the stillness of knowing, the quiet assumption that what you desire is already so. This is the secret. This is the law. The world will often present evidence that seems to contradict your desires. These appearances are not the truth, they are the shadows of your past states of consciousness. They are echoes, remnants of an old vibration. Do not be deceived by them. Do not let the appearance of delay or resistance pull you back into doubt. The moment you allow yourself to waver, you disrupt the flow of the creative process. You remain steadfast in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and the universe will reshape itself to align with your conviction. Every thought you think, every feeling you hold, every assumption you persist in is a seed planted in the soil of creation. The universe does not discriminate between seeds, it gives life to whatever you sow. If you plant doubt, you will harvest doubt. If you plant fear, you will harvest fear. But if you plant unwavering faith in the fulfillment of your desire, the universe will yield the harvest of miracles. The law is impartial, unerring. It works with precision, whether you use it consciously or unconsciously. The power of imagination cannot be overstated. It is the tool through which creation happens. When you imagine something vividly with feeling and persistence, you are creating it. The universe takes your imagined reality and shapes it into form. It does so without hesitation, without questioning. The only requirement is that you remain faithful to the state you have imagined. Doubt is the only thing that can hinder this process, for doubt creates a counter vibration that disrupts the flow of manifestation. There is no greater illusion than the belief in external limitations. The world of form is malleable, pliable. It bends to the will of the one who understands their creative power. The universe is not static, it is a living, breathing entity that responds to your inner state. The mountains you perceive as immovable will move when you move within. The walls that seem to confine you will crumble when you no longer believe in their permanence. Nothing in the external world has the power to define you unless you allow it. The timing of manifestation is not for you to dictate. The universe operates with perfect precision, and its timing is always impeccable. Impatience is a sign of mistrust, and mistrust disrupts the flow of creation. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up each day to see if it is growing. You trust that it will sprout in its own time. So it is with the desires you plant in your imagination. Trust the process. Know that the universe is working tirelessly on your behalf, even when you cannot see the evidence. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. Every experience in your life, every person you encounter, every situation you face is a reflection of your inner state. The universe arranges itself to bring you what you have claimed in consciousness. If you find yourself surrounded by lack, it is because you are entertaining thoughts of lack. If you are met with resistance, it is because you are resisting within. Change the inner dialogue, and the outer world will follow. The outer world is nothing more than a canvas upon which the brushstrokes of your mind are painted. It is not enough to simply desire something. Desire alone is passive, it is incomplete. You must claim your desire as already fulfilled. You must live in the feeling of it, think from the state of it, and act as though it is already done. This is not pretending, it is embodying. It is aligning yourself so completely with the reality you wish to create that the universe has no choice but to bring it into being. It is a law as certain as gravity. When you align yourself with the vibration of your desire, the universe conspires to bring it to you. It rearranges people, events, and circumstances to match the frequency you are emitting. You do not need to know how this will happen. The how is not your concern. Your only responsibility is to maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to live in the end, and to trust that the universe will handle the rest. It is infinitely intelligent, infinitely resourceful, and infinitely capable of delivering what you have claimed. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the old patterns of thought try to reassert themselves. Do not give in to these temptations. They are simply remnants of an outdated state of consciousness, echoes of a reality you no longer inhabit. Stand firm in your conviction. Remind yourself that the universe is unfailing in its response to your inner state. The moment you waver, you delay the manifestation. But when you persist, when you remain unwavering in your faith, the universe must yield to you. The creative process is not complicated, it is beautifully simple. What you imagine, you create. What you feel, you attract. What you believe, you receive. The challenge lies not in the process itself, but in your ability to remain consistent. Real consistency is the key to mastery. It is the key to aligning yourself so fully with your desires that they become inevitable. The universe cannot resist the one who lives in the certainty of their wish fulfilled. Do not concern yourself with the opinions of others. The world is full of voices that will try to tell you what is possible and what is not. These voices are speaking from their own limitations, not yours. Do not let their doubts infect your mind. Your reality is yours to create, and no one else has the power to dictate what you can or cannot achieve. The universe responds to you, not to them. Hold fast to your vision, and let their doubts fall away like leaves in the wind. The power that moves the universe is the same power that moves through you. It is the same power that created the stars, the oceans, and the mountains, and it is the same power that brings your desires into being. This power is not separate from you, it is you. When you align yourself with it, you become unstoppable. You become a creator, a master of your reality, and nothing in the external world can oppose you. To understand this truth is to awaken to your divine nature. It is to recognize that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of worlds. The universe does not act upon you, it acts through you. And when you understand this, you will no longer fear the future, for you will know that you are shaping it in every moment. The past holds no power over you, for the present moment is where creation happens. And in this moment you hold the power to align yourself with any reality you desire. Creation is not something you do, it is something you are. It is your nature, your essence. The universe is your playground, and your imagination is the tool through which you shape it. There are no limits to what you can achieve, no boundaries to what you can create. The only limits are the ones you impose upon yourself. Release these limitations, and you will discover a world of infinite possibilities. And so the truth stands unwavering. You are not at the mercy of the universe. You are the universe in motion, expressing itself through your desires, beliefs, and assumptions. Nothing outside of you holds the power to define or limit you, for the power that creates worlds resides within you. The universe is a faithful servant, responding without hesitation to the vibration you emit. If you hold steadfast to the feeling of your wish fulfilled, if you trust the unseen as though it were seen, and persist in this conviction, nothing in existence can prevent the manifestation of your desire. Do not fear obstacles, they are illusions. Do not give energy to doubt, it only delays what is already yours. Instead, claim your power boldly. Assume the highest and best for yourself without apology, for you are worthy of all that you can conceive. Remember, the world is but a reflection of your inner state, and the moment you transform within, the outer world must bow to the vision you have embraced. If the universe wills it, and through your faith it always does, then nothing can stop it. Stand firm in the knowledge that creation is finished, that every possibility exists for you now. Align yourself with the truth that you are the operant power, and let your life become the masterpiece it was always meant to be. This is your divine inheritance. Walk in it, live it, and watch as the universe moves heaven and earth to fulfill your destiny. Imagine standing on the edge of an endless ocean, with waves crashing against the shore in perfect rhythm. You cannot see where the water ends, but you sense an unshakable truth somewhere beyond the horizon. There is a treasure waiting for you. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but you feel it in the depths of your soul. What if I told you that treasure is yours not because you're lucky or deserving, but because you believe it is? Belief. The word itself holds a power few dare to unlock. It's not just a fleeting hope or a wish whispered into the night sky. It's a force that moves mountains, parts seas, and bends the very fabric of reality. Yet most of us walk through life blind to this power. We see obstacles, we feel limitations, and we let our doubts whisper louder than our dreams. What if I told you that the universe doesn't just hear your deepest desires, it's waiting patiently to deliver them? But there's a catch. It only responds to one thing: the unwavering certainty that what you seek is already yours. Close your eyes for a moment and picture your greatest desire. Is it wealth, love, peace, freedom? Now ask yourself, do you truly believe it's possible? Not just in passing, but in every fiber of your being. Because the truth is, the universe reflects back to you not what you want, but what you believe. The problem is, most of us spend our lives believing in our fears more than our dreams. We believe in scarcity, not abundance. We believe in failure, not success. And in doing so, we unknowingly close the doors to everything we've ever wanted. But here's the secret: belief is a skill, a muscle you can strengthen. And when you learn to wield it, the universe itself will conspire in your favor. It's not magic, it's not a trick. It's a law as real as gravity, as certain as the sunrise. But the journey to true belief is not an easy one. It requires you to confront your deepest doubts, to step into the unknown, and to embrace a faith that defies logic. Are you ready to take that step? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory, it's the roadmap to transforming your life. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever wondered why your dreams seem out of reach, this is your answer. This is the moment everything changes, but only if you're willing to believe. Belief is not just a comforting thought, it is the very foundation upon which your reality is built. The universe does not operate on mere chance or luck, it operates on energy, intention, and alignment. When we talk about belief, we are not discussing fleeting hopes or wishes. True belief is a deep, unshakable knowing, a certainty that transcends circumstances, logic, and external validation. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Consider this: everything in the physical world began as a thought, a vision, or a belief. The tallest skyscrapers, the most groundbreaking inventions, and the most inspiring achievements all started as intangible ideas in someone's mind. These individuals didn't merely wish for their visions to come true, they believed wholeheartedly that they were possible. This belief became their compass, guiding their actions and decisions, even in the face of adversity. The universe functions much like a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you believe. If your belief system is rooted in scarcity, self-doubt, or fear, the universe reflects those realities back to you. Conversely, if your beliefs are grounded in abundance, confidence, and trust, the universe will respond in kind. This is why some people seem to effortlessly attract opportunities, while others struggle to move forward. The difference lies not in their capabilities, but in the energy of their beliefs. Belief is a form of energy, and energy is magnetic. When you believe in something deeply, you emit a frequency that aligns with that belief. This alignment is what draws circumstances, people, and opportunities into your life. Imagine tuning a radio to the right frequency to hear your favorite song. Similarly, your beliefs tune you into the frequency of the reality you desire. If your beliefs are scattered, weak, or contradictory, the signal you send to the universe becomes unclear, and the results you receive will mirror this confusion. But belief is not passive. It's not about sitting back and waiting for miracles to happen. True belief is active and dynamic. It requires you to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcome. It's about embodying the energy of your dreams, even when the physical evidence hasn't yet materialized. This alignment between belief and action is what creates momentum and opens doors that once seemed closed. Many people struggle with belief because they are trapped in the cycle of seeing is believing. They wait for proof before they allow themselves to trust. But the universe doesn't work this way. In its language, believing is seeing. You must first plant the seed of belief in your mind, nurture it with faith and patience, and trust that it will grow. This is the essence of manifesting your reality. To truly harness the power of belief, you must first examine your existing beliefs. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they reflect your dreams or your fears? Often we carry beliefs that were instilled in us during childhood, beliefs about money, success, relationships, and our own worth. These beliefs operate like invisible scripts, shaping our actions and outcomes without us even realizing it. To change your reality, you must rewrite these scripts. You must replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, if you believe that success is reserved for others but not for you, this belief will shape your actions and decisions. You might avoid opportunities, downplay your talents, or settle for less than you deserve. On the other hand, if you believe that success is your birthright, you will approach life with confidence, seize opportunities, and persevere in the face of challenges. The belief itself creates a ripple effect, influencing every aspect of your life. Belief is also deeply connected to emotion. To strengthen your belief, you must engage your emotions. It's not enough to think about what you want, you must feel it as though it's already yours. Imagine the joy, gratitude, and excitement you would experience if your dreams were a reality. This emotional energy amplifies your belief and sends a powerful signal to the universe. Ultimately, belief is a choice. It's a decision to trust in the unseen, to hold on to your vision, and to align your energy with your desires. It's not always easy, especially when circumstances seem to contradict your dreams. But it is in these moments of doubt and uncertainty that belief becomes most powerful. It is the force that keeps you moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Fear is the silent thief of dreams. It whispers doubts into your ear, magnifies obstacles, and paralyzes you when you should be moving forward. While belief is the key to unlocking the universe, fear is the lock that keeps the door shut. The two cannot coexist. If your mind is filled with fear, there is no room for belief to take root. Faith then becomes the antidote, the light that dispels the shadows of fear. At its core, fear is a survival mechanism. It evolved to protect us from danger, to keep us alert in the face of threats. But in the modern world, fear often misfires. It sees challenges as threats, risks as dangers, and uncertainty as failure. Instead of protecting us, it holds us back. It convinces us to stay in our comfort zones, to avoid taking risks, and to settle for less than we're capable of achieving. Faith, on the other hand, is the power that propels us forward. It is the unwavering trust that the universe is on your side, even when the path is unclear. Faith doesn't mean ignoring fear, it means confronting it with courage and moving forward despite it. It's the bridge that allows you to cross the chasm of doubt and reach the shores of possibility. To cultivate faith, you must first understand the nature of fear. Fear is often rooted in the unknown. We fear what we can't predict or control. But the truth is, the unknown is where all growth and transformation occur. The greatest breakthroughs in life happen when you step into the unknown with faith as your guide. When you let go of the need for certainty and trust that the universe will catch you, fear loses its grip. Faith requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of fearing failure, see it as a stepping stone to success. Faith allows you to reframe your challenges and approach them with resilience and determination. It transforms fear into fuel, turning setbacks into setups for something greater. But faith is not blind optimism. It's not about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring the difficulties you face. Faith is about trusting that even in the midst of challenges, there is a purpose and a plan. It's about believing that every experience, no matter how painful or difficult, is shaping you for something greater. Faith is the lens through which you see the bigger picture, even when the details are unclear. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is its ability to silence fear. When you have faith, you no longer need to have all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how your dreams will unfold. You simply trust that they will. This trust allows you to take bold steps, to pursue your passions, and to stay committed to your vision, even when fear tries to pull you back. Faith also empowers you to take action. It's not about waiting for miracles to happen, it's about stepping forward with confidence, knowing that the universe will meet you halfway. When you act with faith, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. You create momentum, attract opportunities, and open doors that once seemed closed. Ultimately, faith is a choice. It's a decision to trust in the goodness of the universe, to believe in your own power, and to move forward despite fear. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. Because when you choose faith over fear, you align yourself with the limitless possibilities of the universe. And in that alignment, miracles happen. Acting as if you've already received what you desire is one of the most transformative principles in manifesting your dreams. This isn't about pretending or living in a fantasy, it's about embodying the mindset, emotions, and behaviors of the person who already has what you are striving for. This approach creates a powerful alignment between your beliefs, your actions, and the energy you project into the universe. To understand why this principle works, consider how the universe responds to energy. The reality you experience is a reflection of the energy you emit. When you act as if you've already received, you align yourself with the vibration of your desires. This alignment doesn't just attract opportunities, it shifts your perception and behavior, enabling you to recognize and seize those opportunities when they appear. For example, imagine you desire financial abundance. Instead of focusing on the lack of money, begin to embody the confidence, gratitude, and generosity of someone who already lives in abundance. This doesn't mean recklessly spending money you don't have, it means cultivating a mindset of prosperity. Pay attention to small acts of generosity. Celebrate every financial gain, no matter how small, and make decisions with the confidence of someone who knows more is on the way. Over time, this shift in energy creates a ripple effect, attracting circumstances that align with your new mindset. Acting as if also rewires your brain. The human mind is incredibly powerful, but it doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you act as if your desires are already fulfilled, you train your brain to believe in this new reality. This belief influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. However, acting as if requires consistency. You can't embody your desired reality for a day and then revert to old habits and doubts. It's a daily commitment to showing up as the person you want to become. This doesn't mean ignoring your current challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means facing those challenges with the mindset and resilience of someone who knows their goals are inevitable. There's a subtle yet crucial difference between acting as if and forcing an outcome. Acting as if is rooted in trust and alignment. Forcing an outcome, on the other hand, is driven by fear and desperation. When you act as if, you don't obsess over how or when your dreams will manifest. You simply trust that they will, and you focus on living in alignment with that belief. Another important aspect of acting as if is cultivating gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier of energy. When you act as if you've already received, take time to express gratitude for the reality you are creating. This not only strengthens your alignment but also reinforces your belief. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have and what's on the way. Finally, acting as if requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. The person you want to become is likely living a life that feels different from your current reality. Embracing this new identity may feel uncomfortable or even intimidating at first, but this discomfort is a sign of growth. Each time you step into this new version of yourself, you strengthen your belief and move closer to your desired reality. Doubt is the silent saboteur of dreams. It creeps in when you least expect it, whispering questions like, "What if it doesn't work?" Or "What if I'm not good enough?" while belief is the key to unlocking the universe's potential. Doubt is the rust that corrodes that key. Letting go of doubt is not just important, it is essential to aligning with your desires and manifesting them into reality. Doubt arises from fear, insecurity, and past failures. It thrives on uncertainty and feeds on the absence of immediate results. When you plant the seeds of belief, doubt often shows up as weeds, threatening to choke the growth of your dreams. To let go of doubt, you must first recognize it for what it is, a natural, yet unnecessary, response to stepping into the unknown. The first step to overcoming doubt is to understand its source. Doubt often stems from limiting beliefs, internal narratives that tell you what is or isn't possible. These beliefs are not truths. They are stories you've internalized based on past experiences or societal conditioning. For instance, if you've been told that success requires years of struggle, you may doubt the possibility of achieving your goals quickly and effortlessly. To let go of doubt, you must rewrite these narratives and replace them with empowering beliefs. Letting go of doubt also requires trust in yourself, in the process, and in the universe. This trust is not blind faith, it is a conscious decision to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. When doubt arises, challenge it. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that supports this doubt? And what evidence do I have that disproves it? You'll often find that doubt is based on assumptions rather than facts. Another powerful way to release doubt is to focus on small wins. Each time you achieve a goal, no matter how small, you reinforce your belief and weaken your doubt. Celebrate these victories and use them as proof that your dreams are possible. Over time, these small wins build momentum, creating a wave of confidence that washes away doubt. Visualization is another tool for overcoming doubt. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you create a mental blueprint that feels real and attainable. This process not only strengthens your belief, but also silences doubt by replacing it with a clear, compelling vision of success. Letting go of doubt also involves detaching from the outcome. Doubt often arises from a fear of failure or disappointment. But when you release your attachment to how and when your dreams will manifest, you free yourself from these fears. Trust that the universe has its own timing and plan, and focus on aligning your energy and actions with your desires. One of the most challenging aspects of letting go of doubt is dealing with external influences. The opinions and skepticism of others can reinforce your own doubts, making it harder to stay focused on your vision. To counter this, surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Seek out those who believe in you and your dreams, and limit your exposure to negativity and criticism. Finally, practice self-compassion. Letting go of doubt is a journey, not a one-time event. There will be moments when doubt creeps back in, and that's okay. Instead of berating yourself for these moments, acknowledge them and choose to refocus on your belief. Each time you do, you strengthen your ability to let go of doubt and move closer to your dreams. Doubt may be a natural part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to control your life. By understanding its roots, challenging its validity, and replacing it with trust and belief, you can break free from its grip and step into a reality where anything is possible. Gratitude is often seen as a simple act of politeness or a fleeting emotion, but its true power lies in its ability to amplify belief and align you with the flow of the universe. Gratitude isn't just a reaction to receiving what you desire. It's a force that accelerates the process of manifestation. When you are grateful, you create a magnetic field of positive energy that attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. Think of gratitude as the fertile soil in which your dreams take root and grow. Without gratitude, even the seeds of belief struggle to flourish. When you express genuine appreciation for what you already have, you shift your focus away from lack and scarcity. This shift is critical because the universe responds to what you focus on. If you focus on abundance, no matter how small, it multiplies. Conversely, if you dwell on what you lack, you unintentionally attract more of the same. Gratitude amplifies belief by reinforcing the mindset of already having. When you express gratitude for something, you affirm its presence in your life. For example, when you say, "I'm grateful for my opportunities," you tell the universe that you recognize and value these opportunities. This recognition not only strengthens your belief, but also signals to the universe that you are ready to receive even more. Moreover, gratitude shifts your emotional state, which directly impacts your energy. Emotions are energy in motion, and the energy of gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. When you feel grateful, you radiate positivity, joy, and contentment. These emotions are powerful attractors, drawing people, circumstances, and events that match your vibration. This is why gratitude is often referred to as the multiplier of blessings. Practicing gratitude also rewires your brain. Studies in neuroscience show that focusing on gratitude activates the brain's reward centers, releasing field chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. Over time, this rewiring creates a positive feedback loop, making it easier for you to notice and appreciate the good in your life. This habitual focus on the positive strengthens your belief in the abundance of the universe and your ability to manifest your desires. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is its ability to transcend circumstances. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect to practice gratitude. In fact, the moments when gratitude is most transformative are often the moments when life feels challenging. Choosing to find something to be grateful for even in the midst of difficulty signals to the universe that your belief is unshakable. This act of faith opens the door for miracles. Gratitude is also deeply connected to the principle of receiving. Many people struggle to manifest their desires because they subconsciously resist receiving. They feel unworthy, guilty, or hesitant to accept abundance. Practicing gratitude dissolves these barriers. When you express gratitude, you affirm your worthiness and readiness to receive. You tell the universe, "I am open and willing to accept all the good that comes my way." To amplify your belief through gratitude, make it a daily practice. Begin and end each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be monumental. Even small blessings like a kind word, a sunny day, or a warm meal count. The key is to truly feel the gratitude as you reflect on these blessings. This emotional connection is what amplifies your energy and aligns you with the flow of abundance. Gratitude is more than an attitude, it's a way of life. When you approach each day with a grateful heart, you train yourself to see opportunities, solutions, and blessings where others see problems. This perspective not only strengthens your belief, but also creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity to everyone around you. The more you practice gratitude, the more you amplify your belief, and the more the universe responds in kind. Visualization is a tool that bridges the gap between your inner world and the reality you wish to create. But visualization without emotion is like a picture without color. It lacks depth, vibrancy, and life. To truly harness the power of visualization, you must engage not just your mind, but your heart and soul. When you visualize with emotion, you activate the creative force of the universe, aligning your energy with the frequency of your desires. At its core, visualization is about creating a mental image of what you want. But the true power lies in making that image so vivid and real that it evokes the same emotions you would feel if your dream were already a reality. These emotions are the key. They infuse your visualization with the energy needed to attract your desires. Without them, visualization is merely daydreaming. Emotion is the language of the universe. While your thoughts set the direction for your desires, your emotions provide the fuel. When you visualize with strong, positive emotions such as joy, excitement, gratitude, and love, you send out a powerful signal that resonates with the frequency of your dreams. This resonance draws people, circumstances, and opportunities into your life that align with your vision. Consider the difference between passively imagining a goal and actively feeling it. For instance, if you desire a new home, don't just picture its layout and design. Close your eyes and step inside it in your mind. Feel the texture of the floors beneath your feet, the warmth of the sunlight streaming through the windows, and the comfort of the furniture you've chosen. Imagine the sounds, the smells, and most importantly, the emotions. Feel the pride, gratitude, and peace of having your dream home. The more vividly you can imagine these details and emotions, the more real your vision becomes. Visualizing with emotion also strengthens your belief. When you consistently feel the emotions of having already achieved your goal, your mind begins to accept this new reality as true. This shift in belief influences your actions and decisions, aligning them with your vision. Over time, this alignment creates momentum, bringing your desires closer to fruition. One of the most effective ways to enhance your emotional connection during visualization is to focus on the why behind your desires. Why do you want this particular goal? How will it make you feel? How will it improve your life and the lives of those around you? Connecting with the deeper purpose behind your dreams amplifies your emotions and strengthens your visualization. Another important aspect of visualization is consistency. Just as you wouldn't expect a seed to grow without regular watering, you can't expect your dreams to manifest without consistent focus and energy. Set aside time each day, preferably in the morning or before bed, to immerse yourself in your visualization. Treat it as a sacred ritual, a time to connect with your higher self and the energy of the universe. To maximize the impact of your visualization, pair it with action. Visualization alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by inspired steps toward your goal. When you visualize with emotion and take aligned actions, you create a powerful synergy that accelerates the manifestation process. Your actions reinforce your belief, and your belief energizes your actions, creating a cycle of positive momentum. Lastly, let go of any resistance or doubt during your visualization practice. Allow yourself to fully immerse in the experience without questioning whether it's possible or worrying about how it will happen. Trust in the process and in the power of the universe to bring your vision to life. Visualization with emotion is a skill that grows stronger with practice. The more you engage your emotions, the more real your vision becomes, and the more aligned you become with the reality you wish to create. By mastering this practice, you unlock one of the most powerful tools for manifesting your dreams. The energy around you is as important as the energy within you. Just as your beliefs shape your reality, the people, environments, and influences you surround yourself with play a crucial role in determining your success. Positive energy acts like a catalyst, amplifying your belief and aligning you with your desires. Conversely, negative energy drains your focus, reinforces doubt, and blocks your ability to manifest. Imagine trying to climb a mountain with a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Each rock represents a negative influence in your life, a toxic relationship, a discouraging environment, or even your own limiting thoughts. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is like lightening that load, replacing the rocks with tools that support your ascent. The first step in cultivating positive energy is to evaluate the people in your life. Are they uplifting or draining? Do they encourage your dreams or dismiss them? The people you spend the most time with have a profound impact on your mindset and energy. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it becomes much harder to maintain your belief and focus. Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you to grow, and share your vision for a better future. Positive energy is also about creating an environment that supports your goals. Your surroundings affect your mood, motivation, and energy levels. A cluttered, chaotic space can lead to scattered thoughts and low energy, while a clean, organized, and inspiring environment fosters clarity and focus. Consider filling your space with items that uplift you, whether it's motivational quotes, images of your goals, or simply colors and textures that make you feel good. In addition to people and environments, the media you consume also influences your energy. The books you read, the shows you watch, the social media accounts you follow, all of these shape your thoughts and beliefs. Be intentional about what you allow into your mind. Choose content that inspires, educates, and empowers you. Limit exposure to negativity, whether it's fear-based news, drama-filled shows, or toxic online interactions. Surrounding yourself with positive energy doesn't mean avoiding all challenges or difficult conversations. It means choosing influences that uplift rather than diminish you. Even in challenging moments, seek out the silver lining and focus on solutions rather than problems. This mindset not only strengthens your belief but also attracts more positive experiences into your life. Another way to cultivate positive energy is to practice kindness and gratitude in your interactions with others. When you spread positivity, you create a ripple effect that returns to you in unexpected ways. Simple acts like offering a compliment, helping someone in need, or expressing appreciation can raise your energy and align you with the flow of abundance. Finally, take time to nurture your own energy. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. Rest when you're tired. Engage in activities that bring you joy and set boundaries to protect your mental and emotional well-being. When you prioritize your energy, you become a magnet for positivity and a source of inspiration for others. By surrounding yourself with positive energy, you create an environment where belief can thrive. You build a support system that lifts you up and keeps you aligned with your goals. And most importantly, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready, willing, and open to receiving all the good it has to offer. Belief and visualization are powerful tools, but without action they remain incomplete. Manifestation requires more than just aligning your energy and emotions with your desires. It demands that you step into the world and act in alignment with the vision you hold. Taking inspired action bridges the gap between your dreams and reality. It's not about effort for effort's sake, it's about intentional, aligned steps that feel guided and purposeful. Inspired action is different from ordinary action. Ordinary action often comes from a place of pressure, fear, or obligation, leading to burnout or frustration. Inspired action, on the other hand, flows naturally from your belief and alignment with your desires. It feels like a nudge from within, a sense of knowing that this is the next step. These actions often come with ease and excitement, even if they push you outside your comfort zone. To take inspired action, you must first be open to intuition and guidance. The universe communicates with you in subtle ways through gut feelings, ideas that spark your imagination, or opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Pay attention to these signs and act on them even if they don't make logical sense at first. For example, you might feel compelled to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in years, and that connection could lead to an unexpected opportunity. Inspired action often begins with small, seemingly insignificant steps. These steps build momentum, leading to larger opportunities and breakthroughs. Don't underestimate the power of small actions. If your dream is to start a business, your inspired action might be as simple as brainstorming ideas, researching your industry, or reaching out to a potential mentor. Each step brings you closer to your vision and signals to the universe that you are serious about your goals. One of the keys to taking inspired action is trust. When you act with faith, you release the need to control every detail of the outcome. You trust that each step you take is part of a larger plan, even if you can't see the whole picture. This trust allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. Another important aspect of inspired action is consistency. Manifestation is not a one-time event, it's a process that requires ongoing effort and commitment. Taking one inspired step and then sitting back to wait for results is not enough. You must continue to act, even when progress seems slow or obstacles arise. Each action strengthens your belief and keeps you aligned with your vision. Fear and doubt can sometimes block inspired action. You may hesitate to act because you're unsure of the outcome or afraid of failure. But inspired action requires courage. It asks you to trust your intuition and take steps even when the path is unclear. Remember that the universe rewards boldness. Each time you act in faith, you strengthen your alignment and open the door to new opportunities. Inspired action is also about flexibility. The path to your dreams may not look the way you imagined, and that's okay. Be willing to adapt and embrace unexpected detours. These detours often lead to growth, learning, and opportunities that you wouldn't have discovered otherwise. Stay open to the possibilities and trust that every step is taking you closer to your desired reality. Lastly, celebrate your actions, no matter how small. Recognize and appreciate the effort you're putting into your journey. This celebration reinforces your belief and keeps your energy high, attracting more opportunities for inspired action. Remember, manifestation is a partnership between you and the universe. By taking inspired action, you hold up your end of the bargain, showing the universe that you are ready to receive all that you desire. Patience is one of the most overlooked yet critical components of manifesting your desires. In a world driven by instant gratification, it's easy to feel frustrated when your dreams don't materialize overnight. But the truth is, the universe operates on its own timeline, not ours. Patience is not about passively waiting, it's about actively trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in the perfect time and way. The concept of patience goes hand in hand with faith and belief. When you truly believe in your dreams and trust the process, patience becomes a natural byproduct. You understand that delays are not denials, they are often opportunities for growth, alignment, and preparation. The universe may be orchestrating events behind the scenes, setting the stage for your dreams to manifest in ways you can't yet see. One of the greatest challenges of patience is dealing with the in-between, the period where you've planted the seeds of belief and action but haven't yet seen the results. This is where many people lose faith and give up, assuming that their efforts have been in vain. But the in-between is not a void, it's a time of gestation. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your dreams require time to take root and flourish. Trust that beneath the surface, progress is being made. Patience also involves letting go of the need for immediate validation. In the early stages of manifestation, it's easy to look for signs that your efforts are working. But constantly checking for results can create resistance and doubt. Instead, focus on the process. Celebrate the small steps you're taking and the growth you're experiencing along the way. This focus on progress rather than results keeps your energy aligned with belief and trust. Another aspect of patience is embracing the journey. Often we become so fixated on the destination that we forget to appreciate the path we're on. But the journey is where the true transformation happens. It's where you learn, grow, and become the person capable of receiving and sustaining your dreams. By practicing patience, you allow yourself to fully experience and enjoy this process, making the manifestation of your desires even more rewarding. Patience is not passive, it's an active state of trust and alignment. It requires you to keep moving forward, even when progress seems slow. Think of it as tending to a garden. You wouldn't plant seeds and then abandon them because they didn't sprout overnight. Instead, you would water them, nurture them, and trust that in time they will bloom. The same principle applies to your dreams. One of the keys to cultivating patience is shifting your perspective on time. Instead of seeing time as an enemy, see it as an ally. Time allows you to grow, to prepare, and to align more deeply with your desires. It creates the space for the universe to bring all the pieces together in the most harmonious way possible. Trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Another way to strengthen patience is to focus on gratitude. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance, helping you appreciate what you already have while trusting that more is on the way. Each moment of gratitude reinforces your belief and keeps you aligned with the flow of the universe. Patience also requires self-compassion. There will be moments when doubt and frustration creep in, and that's okay. Acknowledge these feelings without judgment and gently remind yourself of the bigger picture. Remember, patience is not about perfection, it's about persistence and trust. Finally, patience allows you to surrender. When you let go of the need to control every aspect of your journey, you create space for the universe to work its magic. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting that everything is unfolding for your highest good. By practicing patience, you align yourself with the rhythm of the universe and open the door to the miracles that await. As we've journeyed through the profound truths of belief, gratitude, inspired action, and patience, one thing becomes abundantly clear: the universe is always listening, always responding, and always ready to deliver. But it does so in its own divine timing, through the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You hold the power to co-create your reality not through force or control, but through trust, alignment, and unwavering faith. The universe isn't testing you, it's guiding you. Each step, each moment of waiting, each challenge you face is shaping you into the person who can receive and sustain the greatness you desire. Belief is your compass, gratitude is your fuel, inspired action is your movement, and patience is your anchor. Together, these principles form the foundation of a life where anything is possible. But remember, this manifestation isn't about proving something to the world. It's about becoming the version of yourself that already exists within you, the version that lives boldly, loves deeply, and trusts completely. When you align with that version, you don't just attract your desires, you embody them. You don't wait for life to happen, you create it. So as you move forward from this moment, I encourage you to take one step today that aligns with your belief. Show gratitude for what you have and what's on the way. Act with intention, no matter how small the step may seem. Trust that the universe is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. And above all, be patient with yourself and the process. Miracles happen when you least expect them, but exactly when you need them. You are a creator, a visionary, and a force of nature. Never doubt the power that resides within you. When you truly believe, when your faith is greater than your fear, the universe has no choice but to deliver. So go forth with confidence, knowing that your dreams are not only possible, they are inevitable. The universe is ready. Are you?